Peace and blessings. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy, Ancient African Wisdom for the Mind and Sister. How are you all? I hope you're well. So I tried to do this before. It was all these technical difficulties, but I needed to just start the computer over. My baby a little old. You know how it gets. She aging, but she's working. So let's talk about what I'm wearing. Kind of, you see the outfit, but I'm wearing my Namin small earrings, and the necklace to match. It's a set. I sell the entire set. I think that I love the earrings. I think they're elegant. I think they're still regal. I think they're subtle, since we're talking about subtle spiritual bodies today. And the energy of the Sankofa symbol, Gi or G Namin, or G Namin, G Namin, G Namin is fear no one but God, that God is with you. God is the Almighty, the All-Knowing. And God, in whatever sense that is for you, source, higher self, all of that. So, okay, I don't see one person, and it is 6 in the morning. Y'all up? Y'all is up. All right, let's show you the outfit of the day. So keep in mind, ladies, that I am on a detox. I've been doing raw. I think I did it for 5 days straight. Ate a very small cooked meal with still a lot of salad one day, and then yesterday went back to all raw. Today I'm actually going to eat. I'm going to meet my friend Goddess, and we're going to go to Aquaba, the art center, one of my favorite places to be, and eat, drink, and be merry. No, actually, I got some business down there too. I'm going to be picking up some moringa powder. I'll need some coconut oil. I just want to keep my healthy regimen lifestyle that I've been doing for over 30 years. Over 30 years, I just want to keep it up. So I'm going to go have lunch. I'm going to go buy me something cute. And I'm going to actually go out in the streets and find out who can build me a wardrobe or armoire. My clothes, the disarray right now in the bedroom, it's not good for me. So anyway, we need to, and then I'm also going to find somebody that can make the bed, and I can order the mattress and all that. I need that. So yeah. So anyway, Mache is good morning in the tree language of the Akan people of Ghana, West Africa. That's where I am. Or Etisen. Etisen is the short way of saying good morning in tree as well. Okay? So, and then happy, today is Tuesday. Tuesday is Abina, so Kwabina. They say Kwa, then you put the Kwabinada, Kwabinada. I think it's Kwabinada. Kwabinada. And I don't know if you put the Q, let me know if you put the Kwa in front of it. I think today is Kwabinada or Abinada. Either Kwabinada, Kwa Abinada, or Abinada. Not sure. Let me go check my work, and we'll come back on that. Okay, yes, days of the week. So if outfit of the day, y'all seen this simple Tarjay old outfit. It's a romper or a jumper. And that's what I'll be wearing these days, because like I said, I can definitely feel, because of my fast, that I've lost a little weight. Just a tad, not too much, a little weight. But it's still cute. It's Tarjay. So I got the little thingy here. And it's great for the weather. Like, this is the perfect outfit to be hanging out in Ghana, West Africa. I'm excited about going out today. Like, I kind of am getting in the Uber and just taking care of some business, meeting up with some friends, or a friend, just a friend, social distancing, don't worry, 6 feet. Yeah, it's great. So let's see who's on today. Frank, hey, watch it. Hey, Frank, hey, beautiful Ghana Queen Lisa. That's right, wash hands, yes, frequently, yes, sir. Ha, good, yes, I'm working it out. I'm working it out. Well, I'm in love with your beautiful dress. Oh, me Darcy. Thank you. So today we're going to talk about this idea of color, sounds, and frequencies and the subtle bodies. Yes, we're going out. We're going out because we need to take our mind to another place and understanding of things. So y'all know that I believe that it's like there's a such thing called numerology, where based on the day you were born, the year you were born, you have personality or attribute traits that are for you and people born on those days. The wonderful thing about it is it's in some ways is anybody can be born on that year, and two people can be born on the same day and have similarities, but still have two completely different missions, different outlooks, different destinies. But the similarities are there. It's just like the Akan names. The energy of Kwesi or Kwasi, the energy of Kwame, the energy even of Kwajo or Kojo, same person, the energy of that born day, just like the energy of color, the energy of sound. Actually, so what came first in a sense, we could say, did the name come that denotes, that describes the attributes, or did did the name come first, or did the attribute come first? Would the person be the attributes of Kwame if the person never knew about Kwame? In other words, are we attracting our names based on who we are? Or are we attracting our names based on who we want to be? It's both. Basically, the answer is the same. We're kind of both. So there's no accident. This is the day that I can't say, this is the day, Monday is the day I chose to be born. That was my only choice. And I chose to be born on this day. So in a sense, in the Akan belief system, they're saying that the spirit of that young child, the spirit of that human being, the spirit of that person has a right to choose. Christianity calls it free will. But it's the idea that we, for some reason, we were attracted to Monday. From an ancient level and from a cosmic level, because on first of all, our souls or spirits, which live inside the body, is old. And also the idea of free will really is true. We chose our lives. If the Khan is right, and we chose the day that we are born, I'm Ajua, born on Monday. And then you start noticing that the Ajuas that's born on Monday and the Kojos, that's the male counterpart, the balance of male and female, of divine masculine and feminine, love that about the Akan, love that about the Akan teachings. Just through the names, I can understand the philosophy. And it's interesting, I don't look at Kojo and Ajua as masculine and feminine, which in Eurocentric ideology would mean opposites. I look at Kojo and Ajua, born on Monday, girl, boy, as a balance that represents the energy of the day. That without one of them, the other one would overtake, like how the world becomes imbalanced because we're focusing too much on technology sometimes and not enough on nature. We're creating technology to the fault of nature in a sense. But at the same time, being in the clouds maybe all of the time, of course, it's going to create things like technology. It's a wonderful balance. And so if we chose our name, as the Akan says, or chose the day in which we are born, as the Akan say, I think that's an ancient African concept that goes throughout, even so-called to the modern metaphysics. So I attracted the walls. Even though the blue walls were here, before I came there was a shade of blue. So that means that what I put out, that free will of asking, has already been created. And my spirit, depending on the level of energy, the level of experiences, the level of meditation, if you will, the level of knowledge and wisdom of my name or my energy or my clan, I'm going to attract. So basically, according to my mental state, my mental, physical, and spiritual state at the time, I'm going to attract that which I am. So the numerology says that your numbers are similar to, kind of Khan says, or similar to astrology. I'm a Leo, right, in astrological settings. And numerology says my master number, or my, I forget today what we call a number, is 11, right? Well, I have 11 is a master number. And so they say, go find an apartment, and let's say that you naturally are attracted to the number 5 apartment. 5 symbolizes change, it symbolizes other things, but let's just talk about just real simple definitions. It symbolizes change. And but I love this apartment, but I really want more money. So I want to make it, I want to attract an 8th house. Although I don't attract an 8th house. So the 8 houses I attract is not, it don't make me feel good inside. Feng Shui says, well, change the number to be the number you want. No, it will never be the number you want, because you can't make outside changes that's going to affect the inside. It's the changes that started within that creates outside changes. Just because you're seeing the changes on the outside don't mean it began there. It did not begin on the outside, it began on the inside. So the thing is, go towards the house that calls you and see what's already there. Because most likely that is there for you. So I'm in the vibrational frequency of this blue. When I wake up with the blue in the morning or go to sleep at night, I do feel like I'm floating like a mermaid, like I feel like I'm in the ocean. Blue actually represents, when we talk about the Kemetic state, the Kemetic belief system, blue represents our dear mother, Aset. Aset is the nurturer. Her day is Monday, lunar, the moon, right? Luna in Spanish is moon day or Monday. It's Monday, but lunar is also stands for the moon. See, it's all interconnected, and see, Africans already know this. So as fascinated as some of you are with astrology or numerology, I'm fascinated with the idea of names, African names, and at this point, Akan names, because they have so much meaning. The names are so meaningful that the names of the week are coming from, or vice versa. Well, who came first, the world or people? I mean, or was it all created simultaneously? I like to believe the world first, then us, but I don't know. And I think that the Khan has a wonderful way. So me learning languages is learning. Another thing I was thinking about the language. It's so nice. This is all subtle energies, and we'll talk about this. It's so nice to wake up, first time in my life, to not hearing the brothers in the background or the sisters in the background. Basically, American English, whether it's Black American, whatever, I don't hear that. Something on the energetic level to not just get used to, because it's a wonderful feeling, but it would be probably very weird to go back to the States and hear nothing but me speaking instead of what I'm already hearing. Ghanaians, just like most Africans, there is a rhythm to the way that they speak. So it's not just the words that are being spoken, it is a da-da. It is a rhythm to the way that they speak the words. That's sound. And that sound frequency is really a very ancient kind of frequency. That's why I say all of the sounds that they make. The eh, the e, the eh, all those things are very, very meaningful and very healing in a lot of ways. That's why I remember talking to my friend Kwesi, who, when I asked him, because he lives in the States, and I asked him, do you know, I know he was here, he was crazy. I said, so you miss Africa, right? He's like, I can't tell you. And I can't tell you how much. I said, well, what do you miss? He said, everything. The sounds, the sound of the women, the sounds when they're doing certain things that you're familiar with, and the understanding of what that sound means, the conversations, the talk, the sound frequency. That's what brings you back to yourself. No matter how lost you think you are, no matter how far you have gone, a song or something your grandmother said, or the remembrance of something, the way the food smell, the way the children run across the road, all of that is very healing. But for Black Americans, it's as healing as well when we come home, because those sounds and those smells and those colors are familiar to us on a very deep and beautiful level. You know, I attracted the blue. The blue is where I am. I am deeply submerged in my own cosmic high vibe energy. And I'm doing it in the highest vibe place to me on the planet, which is Africa, the continent, and Ghana, the country, at this point in my life. We attract it. So you never have to, there's no numbers necessarily, addresses where I live or a lot of places in Ghana. I'm like, what's the number on the door? Well, what number is the unit that no, you ain't got no number. Okay, it's a compound. You live in that house over there, okay? You stay in that apartment over there, okay? And I'm sure they never even thought of the word apartment. The idea of the English language is apartment. We are apart, right? But I guess it's a commitment to be apart. Nothing wrong with that because, yes, there are separate quarters. I like that. I know it's still splitting into numbers. I know, but it's separate in that you could say that's mom's house. You could say that's sister's house. You could say that's brother's house, but you would never know in African culture whose house owns who, or who house belongs, or who children belong to who. It took me a minute. You don't even ask, is that your son or is that your son? The community will look at you and the look would be like, it's our son. Why does it even matter whose child it belongs to? Because it belongs to us all in the community, especially in the compound. The way of feeling, of thinking, and so color helps you stay on a higher vibe frequency. And all the colors that surround you, look at them. Are they bringing you up to a high level? Do you feel amazing? Do you feel weird? So this is another thing, especially the decorating portion, how people are like, but bring your stuff with you. So, but see, every house is like a woman to me. And one woman, and every woman is shaped differently. What outfit may work on one woman don't look the same on the other. And we've all seen it as women be like, well, that was cute, but two body part and shit. No, that don't work better for her, not for her, whatever. The same thing as a house. A house has a shape, it has a spirit, it has energy, and it calls for what it wants. So sometimes just putting the old painting on the new wall in the new space and keep dragging that same thing, nothing wrong with it. But sometimes the house calls for what it needs. Like the vibe in here, I talk about frequencies and vibration. I feel, let me explain to you guys, especially my Black American sisters and brothers if you're watching. So houses also store memories, energy, actually souls and spirits, right? That still live in each place. We're talking about a place as ancient as Africa. And yes, of course, these buildings in some cases are newly built. Even mine, which is definitely not newly built, this is an old, it's still not from the beginning of time, right? But it's still a very old structure, so I had a lot of time to have a lot of Africans in this apartment. Who knows if it was sectioned off always this way, it could have been more, but you can feel the foo-foo. Like, feel the foo-foo, y'all. You ain't got to feel the foo-foo. You could feel the pounding of the foo-foo. You could feel all the plantains that was in the kitchen. You could feel multi-generations living in these quarters. You could feel the house girl that comes in to cook and clean. You could feel all the different babies being born and all the different energies. And you're feeling it, though, from your African ancestors. A lot of people will say about the States, well, my ancestors lived and died here. But wait a second, your ancestors lived and died in Africa, too. Those are your ancestors that some died on the shore. Some never even went through the door and returned because they were taken out of the dungeons and thrown overboard because they didn't survive the close, unsafe, unhygienic quarters that they were in when they were in the dungeons. So some fought and revolted off the coast, fighting the British and the other Spanish and all the other ones that came. So your people died here too. Your ancestors are here too. Because those people that were stolen were also, some of them, maybe the mother and father wasn't. So that means that the mother and father of your ancestor still has ancestors that are here, or now living relatives that are here. Spirit told me to say, like, as much as you give to the African-American ancestors, you were supposed to. You were in America. You are in Ghana now. You are in Africa. When are you going to listen to your African ancestors? When are you going to listen? You have to know how to bring in the energy of where you are. This does that. This is me. That's why I'm not putting me on the walls. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening, y'all. The language is just, it's a rhythm, it's beautiful. I remember, like, most time I travel, after a while, I start to miss my Americanness, whatever I say, my language, which doesn't really feel like my language at all. As a matter of fact, to Ghanaians, some, they trying to understand why you talk like white people when you look black. Meaning, yes, you talk in English, but you don't even have the African rhythm to it. Or you don't know any other language but English. It's a little puzzling just because you look like you would know something other than English. It is your birthright to learn languages, and there's no age, because when you know the language, first of all, when you know the ideology and the concept and the way of life on a mental, physical, spiritual level of a Ghanaian or African in general, I find, you found yourself, and the language now becomes easier because you're connecting that you are the same people, so why would you be able to speak the same language? This is what I'm teaching in the 21-day intensive that starts a week from this Sunday, but it starts next Sunday. May 3rd, my May intensive, everything you're going to learn about traveling, which is visiting, moving, and living in Ghana. From an African woman perspective to other African perspective, you can move. The move is not just physical. And you don't want to be one of those Americans that only come to Ghana and hang out with Americans. I mean, that could be nice. There's really nothing wrong with it, but how do you find yourself if you keep going back to you keep bringing your old self with you? It just pops up there. Like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to befriend Ghanaians, to talk to Ghanaians, and really to talk to the ancestors of the Ghanaians that are very well going to be in the place, the apartment, or even a house and land that you purchased. They'll be there. You have African ancestors. Not that you can't call them from where you are. Ancestors are not, stifled by, time and so-called space. But there is something about land. And because a lot of African Americans like to say, my ancestors died, or they spilled blood on this land, it shows me that you will find land as I say extraterrestrial. When I say it, I mean metaphysical, beyond just a solid mass under your feet. You know that it's cosmically connected to all those that have died before you, very well so. Most in the States, we bury our dead in the ground. So you're right. What about the dead buried at sea, and the dead buried in the grounds and on the shores and in the grounds of the continent? If ground and land and vicinity is important to you, then what happens when the you that is from here is not getting the same pension? Talk about land. You just talk about land. Because you didn't say, if you talk about your ancestors, then you could be anywhere. If you about your ancestors died, then your ancestors died, even if you lived in Africa, they still died over there. Okay, so it's not that. You're saying that because they died, I have a right to the land and a right to, but your ancestors died over here too. So if it's just about a land and ancestors, then this is where what about the ones here? These are our brothers and sisters, whether they know it or not, and I don't have a problem with none of them acting like they don't know it. So we're not even at that. I've been around the Caribbean, and I've had some situations like people don't know, acting like they don't want to know, hatred. I'm like, you know what? Wait a second. I didn't know coming to Africa. Okay, boom, you eliminate a lot of stuff. There's a lot going on that you can't see. Your mission is spiritual. All missions in life are spiritual. All missions, your mission right where you are doing exactly what you want is spiritual. But it seems like you want something else. And there's nothing wrong with that. It seems like you're asking for more, and there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing wrong is you not following what you asked for, what you put out there. So coming home is going to be vital for you. It's just, even just to visit. That's why I said people that just want to travel and visit. People that want, my job, one of them, besides learning tree, And also, besides learning how to cook like a Ghanaian woman, um, vegan style, of course, which I'm working on both, is to get you to come home, or at least to see it, and to facilitate the healing that's going to go along with that. You are very protected here. You are very loved. The same energetic field of protection that you feel when you call up your ancestors and pour libations in the United States of America, you will feel it here. And you may feel it more because they've been waiting for you to come home. So there's a greater energetic, vibratory frequency. So feel when you come here, because you realize they didn't expect it. So the weeping can occur. And it's the weeping, not the sorrowful weeping, although that is there. It is that weeping you have when you have been disconnected from a loved one and you come together. I think that's why so many of us, to be honest, really love The Color Purple. Yes, it was the white man that directed it and helped it, but it does come from Alice Walker, a black woman, writer, great writer in the U.S. And I think that the thing was, what I figured out, when people talk so bad about the movie, some people did. And somebody looked at me and said, "What did you think about the movie?" I said, "I thought it was the greatest love story of all time." And somebody said to me, "The Color Purple is a great love story." Yes. The love between the two sisters, oh my God. And that's how I feel like the African and the African American and African. There is a long lost love, and both will never be the same again until they come together. Until they come together in unity. Umoja. I'm doing a little Kiswahili there, but yeah, come together in unity. It's like they're both missing something, whether they know it or not. Sometimes it feels like we're missing more as Americans, but so it's a love story, and it's the greatest love story. Your ancestors uniting with your ancestors. You unite, love story, the greatest love story ever. After all those years, the love never died, never went away. Color Purple represents a lot an African kind of milieu, an African surrounding. That's, in a sense, it was very African. Besides that, the main character, besides Whoopi Goldberg, but the other sister is an African woman, and Whoopi Goldberg is an African American. I mean, didn't even know, and then she went to Africa. I mean, Alice Walker was doing some stuff, because in Africa, family is everything. That's why I always say my Ghanaian family came, my Ghanaian family, hanging on my Ghanaian family. Yeah, shout it out, because it's a big deal. And that was shown there, the love story. So what's your love story? What do you need to be reunited with? What do you need to be connected with? Who do you need to release and free? These African ancestors deserve a freeing too, just like your American ones, which are still the Africans. So anyway, that's my little thing. So I got my link up. It's already on sale. It's $87. I made it to this Friday. It'll go back to $97. We're going to break it down into African cosmology, the idea of masculine and feminine, because that's a lot of where our struggles come from as well. The releasing of the Eurocentric mindset. It's okay to say it and do it. And the understanding of the African mindset. We'll work on that for the first week. And then the second week, we'll deal more with the idea of language and the importance of rhythm and language and what it does and why just using the language, adopting the names, how that changes you. And then the last one, we'll talk about exactly the actual idea of living, moving. What do you need? I did that little Ghana thing, but what issues you may run into and challenges and ways to make it easy for you. And ultimately, you'll have a very healing experience, and you will start and put out something in the universe of what you actually want. So I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to share that. Let's see who is on today. So Frank is giving me all that love. Thank you so much. The spiritual thing is we born with our birthday names, which is which is powerful. Powerful. So use your names. Hey Ajuai, hey the Sublime Swan, how are you, darling? Etty Sen. Francis Lisa, Cape Coast Dungeon, is it closed or open? If it's open, then you need to visit. Yes, Frank, I agree with you. I'm going to check and see if it's open. I think it is, but I'm not sure, but I'm going to definitely check because I feel them calling me too. That's just going to be another aspect, huh? P says, hey, Naturally Cleaver, how are you, darling? This is another thing too that I want you to know about moving anywhere that you're interested in, and then you get there, and then of course you can't live up to your fantasies or whatever you might have had, or sometimes it's a lot better. I know Spirit told me you got to give every place, a place that you love, you got to give it a year. There's so much to a country that you couldn't see, so you're right. It's like I'm feeling all this, and I didn't even go to Cape Coast. I haven't even been to Kumasi. I haven't even been to places that is going to blow my mind. It's going to change me up. I know that I'm going to be being involved in ritual and all kind of this other stuff. And for me, that's why you stay. You have to make up your mind to make a life for yourself. You have to make up your mind to make a new life for yourself. And then when you make the commitment that I'm going over there, you get in it. You don't do that weak thing that we do sometimes that keeps us in the side. I'm gonna say weak from like you just ain't strong. Although you be like, well, what are you saying? But I'm saying that allowance that I think that sometimes we have that we do with each other. Like, don't worry, girl. Next time is good. You don't have to go right now. If you're not feeling it, and sometimes you know it's not that the person's not feeling it. The person is ready. They do want to go now. They're scared. I'm here to take the scared. I'll take all y'all that's scared, because sometimes you need somebody to say, this is a great opportunity. Why not now? You should really go do it. So that's what my groups do. We inspire you to change. We inspire you to grow. We don't inspire you to stay in the same place and baby you with your wonderful excuses that many of you had that seems really magnificent, and I still won't let you, I still will challenge you. The one, I have a child, and the child packed the child up and take the baby too. Like, I don't know, the child thing always gets me. You trying to give your child a better life and a more fulfilling life and a more accurate life of the world. You can see now the world differences on top looking like it's on the bottom, on bottom is looking like it's on top. I think about like the way the Western world run, like from another perspective, it's looking crazy. Who is the leader? Who's not? Everybody mad at playing games of childish behavior. We're running countries, but maybe not. That's the thing. Maybe we never needed rulers. Maybe that we all actually know what to do, but of course, that's a whole other topic. Freaking crazy. Y'all don't see it? The illusion is over. There is no first world. And if there is, then no offense, then it would be on the continent, of course. It's ridiculous. We bought into mindsets and things that kept us from other people, really, as Africans, especially African Americans, kept us from ourselves. We bought into power and political systems and superiority and supremacy. We bought into it and we believed it, and so don't go over there and don't do that and don't do that either. We believe we were a democratic society, and we poo-pooing at the communist societies or the socialist societies. And in fact, were we rarely ever free? We have depended too much on outside forces, and you have to depend on yourself to know what is right for you and to live a life beyond what your nation has told you. There is a greater life, and I don't mean that the greater life means everybody come to Africa. This is a real, in a sense, for me, it's a general talk. I always reference or preface everything with Africa because that's where I am, and I don't know what you do after this. I'm trying to figure out where you all I can see is traveling throughout the continent now. Like this is my kind of the continent being home is a little bit utopia. When I say utopia too, I don't mean perfect, because I wasn't living in a perfect place. So I don't expect to go to another country and it's all perfect. But it kind of is perfect for me. Like that's better than, that's as good as it's gonna get. That's like, well, but it's kind of perfect for me. I don't have a lot of criticisms. I don't have a lot of, I'm frustrated because of, and why don't they do? But I don't think I had a lot of criticism to my own state either, not on the level of the way it functioned. Now I can see how that functioning can make us a little. I think that if we have the true, not just knowledge of self, because the United States black folks to get knowledge, so we are knowledge monsters. We gravitate to knowledge. So it's not the reading and just the reading and the lecture talking knowledge that I'm talking about. It's the real deal, touch the soil, touch the people, communicate, grow. It's like why I don't ever feel my age. I think it's because I am so excited. My God, the language. And I feel like at the same time, my age helps me to learn it better because I'm not embarrassed to get it wrong. They be laughing when I say stuff. Be like, that's not it. My check. Like I'm doing what? I ain't get the flow right. Tell me, like I want to know. And when they see it, they help you. I got plans for myself, and the divine got even bigger ones. I'm ready. When I look back at my life and I see I'm here, this is pretty amazing. This is pretty amazing, and I did it. We did it. Listening to Spirit definitely did it. I feel my mind is freer because I don't have those same. You're not dealing with. Am I not going to get the job because I'm black? You're not dealing with that level of racism and supremacy. You're not dealing with that, so that's boom. Even male-female relationships, you're not dealing with it in the same way. Y'all got to understand this will happen to you too. It's hard to read articles or debates on Facebook or that when I read about the state, especially when it comes to black male-female relationships, because it doesn't really, those questions wouldn't fit here in a lot of ways. So you just got to understand you're letting go of this. We're going to talk about it next intensive. Anyway, I'm going to say good morning. I am still eating raw, and we're going to do something else. Okay. We're going to do something else because I got to get kind of ready, but I don't. I did have it. I had my paw, which is papaya, and I love it. The Angela vlog. Hello, Lisa Marie. Hey, sis. I can't wait for you to spread out and travel. Yes, exactly. Yes. Well, yep, it's coming. It's coming. Yes, I look forward to seeing you migrate through the continent. You know how to seize the moments and fill places out. I love that you will view traditional spots and enjoy off the beaten path spots as well. Yes, indeed. Lisa, some states are reporting here Georgia will open nail salon and gyms. Many black people are scared because we are dying at a higher rate, mostly due to health disparities and how we are not able to get. Yeah, you know what? This is what I say about that. Because I'm on the be careful too, and don't do okay. There's a lot of levels I'm on, and let's talk about a few. I'm definitely on that. Yes, I think people are going out too soon, but your government told you to, so right. I mean, really, there you go. So people got to have their own mind. And I do think that there's going to be people that's going to go out and none of this going to affect them. They ain't going to get no virus and they're going to be good. I do think it's not just the immune system. I think the immune system is mental. I think there is true, like I know other people that's been around, and I don't know, if you could really make your mind, you ain't getting it. You're coming from a whole nother level. So I think there's lots of people that's going to get it. I think a lot of people I have some, like you said, medical issues already. But if they don't know that they sick and they shouldn't be going nowhere, that they don't need to be, then, I feel like we all have a choice in life, and you kind of got to let people take it. You want a responsible government, and I want a responsible government. But then we go again with that looking for power outside ourselves that we never get. The government kind of looking like kindergartners. I don't know if you know this, so I would expect the people don't know what to do either. But there's something in us, like we have to have a higher self and higher authorities. That's why the classes I teach are so important. It's about listening to your own divine intuition and where it leads you. Because you may very well need to meet somebody at a social place, so your distance, and make wonderful deals and do wonderful business and have wonderful relationships. Others may not. I think that Now this is the new thing that y'all doing. So now y'all scared of the people who gonna go outside. This is ridiculous. You can't stop no grown people from going outside. It's like we want to have problems? I'm scared, and I'm scared for not you, not you, darling. I'm scared for all the people that's gonna go out. Well, you know what? Everybody got their own life. People are gonna die. You're talking about grown-ups? You're talking about grown-ups. You worried about grown-ups. This is why I started thinking, Spirit told me, it's like, we gotta stop worrying about grown-ups. I mean, so you told them, you advised them, live your life and do what you have to do. Mother Earth got her thing. Like, I'm just sitting, I feel like the old grandmother on the porch. Mother Earth, the earth is like, y'all go out, stay in, whatever. I've got things to do. We're cleaning up some itch here. And if you stayed in to give her a chance to make herself to get, be back feeling good, but people want to rush. And if it doesn't work, they'll come back in and they'll figure it out. I think this is why you got to stay mentally, physically, and spiritually stable, which you should come into my next course, get your mind off this itch, build your frequency up, because none of this, if you are good and you're not swayed and you're not bothered, because see, then there's fear that, oh my God, people are going to go and everybody's going to die. Okay, we don't want to put that out there either. That's the only responsible thing that I could do is saying, God bless the child. You know what I'm saying? And fools and babies, and may everybody walk through their own path and do their own thing. Because they lifted the ban here too. Let's see. But you can't be worried about what's going to happen. We don't even want to predict what's going to happen. That's too much in your frequency. We keep putting them more on. It's like we need something bad to talk about. Like, it's like we need something bad to talk about today. God, I hear you. Don't even, yeah. And yeah, no. Oh, I wish I could go deeper, but I know I can't here. I would love to go deep. Like, it's hard. It's hard. Yes. Well, that's right. Without proper treatment, yes. Yes, I have 1,000 subscribers. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Omidasi, to you all. Thank you, Black to Mind. We aren't free here. We know it even more now. Ashe. The Sweet TV Remedy says, yay, channel made to 1,000. Congrats to Omidasi, Sweet Teas. Oh, wow, congrats on the 1,000 subs, Omidasi. That's y'all. Thank you. Facts, yes. Akita says self-governing starts now. Got to, and I mean, but let's be careful. No, but see, this is what it is. Make sure to monetize your channel, add an add or two to help support your new life on the content. 1,000 subs, so awesome. Thank you, Midasi. I'm pregnant, but I'm not scared. That's right. That's right. No, you got life in you. You can't be scared. Self-governing, yes, and self-governing, and congrats on many blessings with your pregnant. That's right. Give the love, strength, health, continue. Thank you for that work. You know why, y'all? Because this is the thing. Like, you don't want to do that either. Some people gonna be able to move through the world and ain't gonna get nothing. It's just gonna be that way, and it's gonna be good. Don't buy into even they letting it. Look, you already know they don't know what they're doing. Okay, like I think it's clear around the world. Like, wow, we have put all our eggs in one basket in this one right here. And now it's unfortunate that the self-government is probably not going to look good. So, because I don't mean self-governing in that way. I don't mean just don't listen and go out and do. I mean, if you know that there's something out there that you at least believe that there is, and you feel like, we don't have to rush here to get back in these streets. Like, I agree with you. Like, I'm on that side. Let me just let you all know. I'm on the side of, go do what you got. Like, now I can go talk to this man to get my wardrobe, but this talk me seconds. You just say, hey, I want a wardrobe. You go, okay, what do you want? I'm going to pick out the bad boy, and then I'm going to go home. Well, you're not going to be, going out to bars and all that. So I'm with you. I think the soul place was good for our mind, but apparently some people was cracking in the house. They was losing it. And you see who lost it the most. They can't do it. They lost it. They lost it. It's okay. It's not hard, easy. They lost it. So now they like, I got to run out, but don't you talk to the people close to you, but you don't put fear on them either. If they feel like some people, these jobs got us scared. This lack of money. This is why we have to start thinking about how can I create an income stream or streams for myself. That wonderful workshop we did with Karla, yes, it is on sale on my website. Link will be in the description box. If you missed it, this one has handouts. I actually purchased some stock on Cash App yesterday because of that class. It's something I never did, been talking about it for a while. Those classes, the moving, the traveling, take that class. Start investing your money in things that's going to allow you to create a life for yourself that you want. So the self-governing is so important because it's like, oh my God, I listened to here and they said that, but look at them looking crazy right now, doing crazy stuff, running amok, really. Is there a competition going on? Like, what is the hell's going on? So then you got to say to yourself, wow, well, where's my spirit? Where am I with my God and Goddess of divine? What's going, I'm going to live my life. I've been waiting for these people to tell me when I can live my life. And isn't life so wonderful? A lot of people's like, I can't take it anymore. We need to go out. So that's what they gave him. That's pressure. That's pressure, economic pressure. That's pressure from people who can't take it anymore because I don't think they have enough. We need some things in place for crises. There's not a lot of things. But at the same time, African American, that's something we don't deal with crisis well. We think we do, but we don't. We have to learn some very, I think, African concepts that help us to move forward. That's why coming to the intensive, we're about to turn it out. We're about to turn it out. It's gonna be so good. Thank you. I love y'all. Thank you for the love on the subs. Thank you for that word, Audrey. You're very welcome. Thank you. Yes, I would love this, friend. Collaborate with Woda Maya, YouTube in Ghana, and your channel will be growing. Yes, I'm going to talk to him. I'm waiting for him to get in touch with me, but I'll just get in touch with him because I would like that. Thank you. There they go, messing with you. Your feet got get on Patreon to get. Yes, you got to. You got to for sure. You are divinely guided and protected. Be wise in your movements, taking advantage of the time to tune in and level up. Absolutely. And that's the thing, y'all. I wanted to say that there's a couple of videos I had up, but I actually took down. And for those that are my Patreon members, join Patreon if you're not a member. They get those videos. They are beyond scared. They're paralyzed for yes, ma'am. But it's time to think about self. It has to be. I will be in my house. Yes, D. Bay said. Yes. Akita, yes. So, we'll find our way and just stay up. Just stay up. I mean, everybody has to look at their environment. If I could teach the one thing, they just say, and we should do this, travelers, I might tag some people. What is the thing that travelers hate that other people say to them that just drives them absolutely nuts? It's that be careful. Oh, we hate that. We hate that. Because it seems to us in the same ways that we're doing something wrong, dangerous, or dangerous. But we should be careful every day. Or, in other words, I say, don't be so damn careful. Because sometimes you're missing out on life being so careful. I know that living that kind of careful life, if I just construct and put myself in situations where it's always careful, it'd be the very situations that's not so careful. You miss out on so many things. So when we say be careful, not that anybody said it here, but be careful, we're saying there's danger ahead. Because if you're saying take care of yourself, or then say that to me when I'm walking down the street in Target, say that to me, because I'd be like, take care, or, because certain things, a person has already lived, a person has already gone through different places, so the person already knows to do those things. But what's said to me is more of the person that says it. It might show you, think about it like, maybe you're, in a sense, you're able to measure your own fear. This is what I say, language is very, there's a word, big word, I don't know, but language is very telling. The words we use, how we use it, when we use it, that says more than the words itself. It says something about how the person who is speaking is feeling. We can listen to the words or the way they said it. Sometimes we like, they didn't say nothing. No, I know the way he said that, what he meant. Yes. So but it really tells us more about ourselves, not about the other person. This is what I'm teaching in the class, the ideas of the words that we use. It's almost like we're casting spells. You good is what we should say to people. You good? Keep doing what you're doing. You go, girl. And can you imagine if we did that with everybody? You going to China, girl, you better have a good time in China, girl. You better have a good time in China. Call me, send me some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we should be what? Where you go? What? You want to what? And you grown too, right? Grown. Well, you know how that. Well, I know I ain't gonna tell you what to do because I ain't never been where you been. You enjoy your life. I can tell you that. You better laugh a lot, have some fun, do what you need to do. Girl, we can't wait. So excited. Watch what you put out there because they're all incantations, they're all spells. Be careful when you hear that, who does not know in America, if you're not watching, when an American tell you to be careful, they believe that there's some impending danger that might be out there for you, so be careful. You don't tell nobody that when you know they're in a great situation, you think they're in the same situation, to be careful. But it's the American way. Everything is steeped in fear. Even our warnings. Don't go out without a mask. It's still fear. There's fear out there. There's things that will hurt you. Make sure you're suited. I mean, our whole language is so fear-based. Come to the class, y'all. Come to the class. I see y'all. Come to the class. Join the class. Okay, love y'all. Thank you for all the hearts and the love. But it's okay because it's better to say enjoy your journey, sister, brother. Yes, that's right, naturally. Happy travels. Yes. Journey well. Yes. Come to the class. Come to the class. Take the business class. It's a replay. It's fascinating, and I need to work on that. Come to the intensive. It starts next Sunday, and I'm going to go outside and get some air and see some people, because at the same time, on the real, can anybody understand that some people say, I don't know if Africa would survive as a continent if they could not commune. I mean, there is something to be said, right, about how do we learn to be with ourselves, or how do we come together communally when we can't and we have to social distance. Very difficult for a lot of people, and understandably. I mean, if I was a world leader, I would talk to my people and say, I understand what you're going through right now. And explain to them, what can we do? What can we set up? What books or ebooks we need to create to help people like being with themselves, to help people like being with the people that look like them. I feel like I believe we are still moving to a more gentle, loving, and kinder, especially Black Americans, because we were told these folks was this the most mild energy I've ever been around. Like, even for me, it's like, wow, we're super duper clean. We wash our hands all the time, even before the pandemic. Like, I've seen this. Food is everywhere. You can get it all the time, and there's enough. It's this whole, these people are kind of cool. Like, the energy is not, and aggressiveness is weird to them. And it's like, oh my God. So what we call ourselves as Black Americans in America is not, that's what it is, Black American, because it sure ain't African. Africans, I know they're very positive. It was, everything will be okay. No, everything will be okay. I've never heard everything will be okay in my life. I start believing. You know what? I don't even ask them questions anymore. Do you think? Well, what about the? No. Like they say no. If you get negative, no. Oh, they're gonna tell you. They ain't want. Where you going with this? They looking at you like, where's she going with this negative shit? Like, come to the class. Come to the class. Natural Cleaver says, you're so right. Thank you. Have fun and enjoy your day, sis. Thank you for sharing space with us. You are very, very welcome. I love you, ladies. Thank you so much for being willing to grow and willing to know that if you don't know, you want to know. And I still learn. Like, I'm learning every single day. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you. Midasi Pa. to all of you all for making this a channel 1,000. Yes, and we just started this channel not that long ago, and it's going to grow even more because it's true. I'm in Ghana and doing some new things, and it's going to grow. And I'm so excited. I want to just thank you. Now, I went back and put all of my links in the description box yesterday on both channels. So again, I'll put the link in the description box for you could actually donate if you was fed, if you like this, you want to help a sister out. You could actually donate using PayPal. You can use Cash App, it will be in the description box, as well as join Patreon so that we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. All right. I love y'all. Thank you, ladies. I'll see you all in the next video. I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat some food, some contumely, some yams, some plantains, some salad, some cabbage, some vegetables from Aquaba. Okay. I'm just saying, African food. All right. I love you, ladies. Have a beautiful one. Peace and blessings.